Hey everybody, it's Jim from Jim's Holiest Colliers. Happy New Year. So we got the seeds all ready to go. They're all in there in the indoor greenhouse, all ready to go. So you know what? I'm in the mood. We're gonna come out into the greenhouse, the outside greenhouse I have. I'm gonna just clean things up a little bit. It's been a little bit mild here in New Jersey. Yesterday was actually a much warmer day. But I figured let me get in the greenhouse, do a little cleanup. I wanted to put a new floor covering down and just do a quick inventory on the pots and the racks and see things how things are. So let's take a look. All right, so here it is. This I built about I want to say 5 or 6 years ago. If you want to check back on some of my older videos, I showed how I actually did this. And I had a choice to either buy one of those prefabricated ones, which, you know, they can go into upwards of $3,000, which I would have loved to have that, but I decided to build myself a simple lean-to greenhouse. I have my shed here, and this area in the back of my yard has always been a problem area. I can never get anything to grow here. It was really awkward, a lot of sand and dirt. I'm right near the ocean. So I figured this is a perfect spot to build a little greenhouse. So this is what's called a lean-to greenhouse. And again, check out my earlier videos from a few years ago, how I built this. And it consisted of treated 2x4 studs, 2x3, 1x2x3s for the door, railroad ties for the base, 3 sheets of 4x8 plywood, 3/4 inch. I put a 3/4 inch on top of a 3/4 inch, and then a piece of Luan on top of that, nailed down. So that's a nice thick sturdy floor, and this is all treated lumber. So, and then I got some chicken wire and greenhouse plastic, and on the top 40% shade cloth. So let's go inside. I'll show you more. Okay, so here we are. Here it is. It's nothing fancy. So I just put this floor. Now it gets pretty harsh in here. The heat and the humidity really takes its toll. So that's why you need treated lumber, because of the moisture and the insects that can be in here. And I also treated it. Even though it's treated, I put a coating of wood life over the wood. So this is staying. This is really well made. So, and again, the floor, I just buy these indoor outdoor drop down sort of like rugs, and they'll last a couple of years because it gets really harsh in here. And as opposed to investing on tile, I'm not going to put a tile floor down. I put stick-on tiles down when I first bought it, when I first made it, and they lasted not even a year, just the heat. So anyway, I would say complete soup to nuts, this whole thing cost me around $350 in supplies. Again, check out my other video. So we got the chicken wire. The chicken wire really just gives it some protection, a little stability. The most important thing of this greenhouse is, let's move some of these hanging baskets out of the way. Here we go. Is the greenhouse plastic. And as you can see, it actually has a side. When you buy it, it actually has an inside and an outside. It'll show you which side is the inside of the greenhouse. And it's just very, very thick plastic. Again, I think it was around $100 for a large roll. And again, this is around 6 years old, so this is very, it's pretty strong. It's pretty durable stuff. Very important with a greenhouse, you have ventilation. There's a little slot window. It's closed, obviously. And very, very, very important is a vent window. That's a drop down window, and that's the same wood for the door, the 1x2x3 slats, and it has a little hook and eye catch. Very basic, very, very basic lean-to structure. And of course the plastic, and very important with Coleus particularly, because of the harshness of the sun and the heat, is shade cloth. This is a 40% shade cloth, and it's pretty durable too. I just put the new one on last year, so the first one lasted around 5 years, and so very, very durable, and it's pretty inexpensive. So I got most on either eBay or Amazon. You can get this, and they come in different sizes depending on what you want to do. And again, you can the racks, get to that. I have around 4 racks, and these hold a lot of stock. You know, these really hold a lot. I think I could probably hold around 800-900 plants, maybe more. Depends, you know. Of course, these are the nursery pots that I use commonly once I start separating my Coleus, and I have videos on that, and we will be doing videos as the season progresses, so stay tuned. But I just really wanted to come in here, get an idea of what stock I have, all the different pots. Some of them get cracked and so forth. I invest in a very good quality sprayer for the season to water these. I went through some really cheapo ones. There's a couple of small dollar store ones. They don't last, so I invested in a good sprayer. I need to get some potting soil. Again, I recommend good quality Miracle-Gro potting mixture. So I keep all my supplies in here, but I like to just come in here in the winter time, and I'm in the groove. I'm in the groove now. I planted. I spent the 8 hours. My fingers, I'm getting the feeling back in my fingers and the sight back in my eyes for planting the 600 Coleus plants. So I just wanted to come in here and just go through the stock. It has some summer supplies. I always take my pathway lights out. I take the batteries out and I put them inside, and I store stuff. But this is primarily my Coleus greenhouse, and I have a few hanging baskets here. This is left over from last year. I use what's neat about this chicken wire is I can use it. It's very durable. I can use it to hang. Although I use these stakes here and some old broom handles, I use to hang my the smaller hanging baskets. But this chicken wire is pretty durable. So take a look at my older video on how I built this if you're interested in maybe building your own greenhouse. And again, it doesn't have to be this big. You can apply it to most sizes. I believe this is a 6 foot, 6.5 foot wide, 6.5 foot tall by 9 feet long. So it serves its purpose well. And right now it's cleared out, but I have 2 more racks that go here. So I have basically racks on all sides. So it holds a lot of space. And I fill it, and it really looks beautiful. One of the most enjoyable things once I get going is how it looks when it's filled with all the different colored Coleus plants. It's really, really, it makes it really enjoyable to see all those colored Coleus plants. So, okay, so Happy New Year, everybody. And stay tuned for more videos. The Coleus germinations are in the indoor greenhouse, and they're doing pretty well. And I expect by next week or so we should start to show some germination. So, all right, everybody, happy New Year, and we'll see you shortly. Thanks for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Pass my channel along if you're interested in growing some spectacular Coleus plants. Okay, thank you for watching Jim's Holiest of Coleus.